Yeah, sorry. Yeah, but Kirsty's real nice. So Kirsty understands, right? It should be a short one this time. A lot of my face talking, which I can only apologise for, but at least fast. In this one, we have... I get swabbed for flu, which I don't particularly enjoy. I find out my EBV viral load is much higher. I sign a consent form, and I spit out some hot chocolate. Let's go. Kirsty's gonna... Oh, it's hot again. Get me.
Right, ready? So nice and wide. Okay.
I'm not trying to be funny when I pull those faces. That's literally my actual face responding how my actual face responds. I really didn't like it. It was right at the back of the... No. Yep.
Right, just one more.
Yep. Oh, there's more.
Do you want to vomit sample as well? Because you might give you one.
I think you got both. Okay, go on.
I feel like we need to watch Kirsty's face so she doesn't get projectile vomit on it.
Oh well, if I wasn't spoken before, I am now. Right, okay, here we go.
Just the last little bit.
A definite screensaver shot on my face.
Right. Did you want to do your nostrils? Or do you want me to
With my vomit stick. Thank you very much.
Don't touch it too high. You couldn't look any less impressed.
Last time, if you remember, I said I was surprised when looking at the footage, having a Rigor, I didn't look that sweaty. But here, this time, my face is a definite shine. Yeah, that's pretty much how I looked for several days. I hadn't realised what I looked like until I just saw it there. Makes my eyes water.
I think that might be one video that's edited. That probably won't make it. It won't make the cut.
Obviously did make the cut, you just saw it. It turns out I'm not so fussed about looking like a plank at this stage when I've gone through all the other things and you've seen me complain and moan and whinge and all this kind of stuff. And we've talked about poo, you and I together. We've talked about we've talked about a lot of things. We've talked about the lining of penises. So yeah, a bit of gagging and unsightly sweating is fine. Thanks for that. Sorry, okay, I feel like I've gone in the wrong place here. Thank you.
No legs or ankles.
See you all later. I'll be back in a day or so. Goodbye. Obviously they didn't care, but I felt compelled out of politeness to go and at least say goodbye, rather than just marching off and then never talking to them again. I remember these rooms. I assumed it was going to be like a side room. This is like a proper room.
Yeah, it's got a side room though.
Oh wow, cool. Got a good one. Right, so I'm in here basically until they find out if I've got flu or not.
Yeah.
And if I don't have flu,
Then you're getting kicked out.
I get turfed back out straight into the
You could get
bed.
kicked out again, but if no one else needs it, then...
They don't turf me out, which is amazing. Hello, Friday the 25th of October. I am back in a private room. I was told it was a side room, but I've actually got one of the fancy side rooms that I had before, like the isolation room. And let me check my audio's rolling. Yeah, so it's cool to be back in here. I said to my wife earlier on, it was kind of a shame to be leaving the bay. Like I liked the people that were there. You know, it was nice to chat to them. Mostly, yeah. So it'll be a shame to kind of not have that anymore for at least the day or so that I'm likely to be in here. A day, you wish. That, and I feel quite bad because whenever anybody comes in to see me, they have to wear a mask and a gown and stuff, and you can see them, they get really hot and really sweaty, and people kind of avoid coming in. They kind of hover by the door. But yeah, no, otherwise that's all is pretty good. They have some answers, maybe, potentially as well. So after the shit show that was last night where I felt absolutely rubbish, today's felt pretty good. I feel normal, mostly. Still feel kind of hot, like perpetually slightly sweaty, which is lovely. This pillow is disgusting. But otherwise, things aren't bad. I feel okay. Like last night was miserable, but today is pretty good by comparison. My wife came to see me. She told me she wouldn't. She fibs. She came up to see me, and that was really nice. And she felt better because she got to see the doctor and stuff. But Dr. Hunter, the consultant hematologist, came to see me earlier on. She's a very nice lady. And she told me that they had some results back. So I can't remember if I've already vlogged today or not. But so the doctor this morning told me that there was nothing back from the cultures, like flat nothing. So he took some more. He's taken more cultures to try and find out if there's anything. And they take more every 48 hours until they find the thing. In this instance, though, they also checked for, let me see, they checked for EBV and CMV. I don't know what these things are. I think they're like viral infection markers or something. Anyway, my EBV is up to 149,000. My CMV is up to 2,500. So the EBV is up. It's not, by all accounts, from what Dr. Hunter said, it's not up to like crazy high numbers. And she said under normal circumstances, if I weren't presenting with symptoms like fever, she probably wouldn't try and treat it. But as I am, they're gonna hit me with something called Rituximab, which is kind of like Campath. It attacks or attaches itself to your B cells or something. And I don't really know what it does. She told me, and I've forgotten all of it. I'm gonna ask my wife and come back. So they're gonna give me that. Now, when I have this, when they put it up later on, apparently it's one of those things where I might not react well to it. I might get fevery and shivery.
You don't. Hurrah!
When they give me the thing that's meant to stop me being fevery and shivery. But then they give me drugs to try and stop those reactions. So, but that's all right. Remember, I have reactions to Lemtrada and stuff as well. So that's all fine. To be honest, it's nice to think they've actually got an idea of what it is and they can do something rather than give me continual days of ineffective antibiotics, which I'm still having, but that's fine because they found the thing, which would be cool. And when that's all sorted out, I assume I'll go back to the Bay for an indeterminate amount of time until I am clear to go home. So all is good for the time being. I feel pretty good. I'm only mildly disgusting, and they're going to give me some sort of treatment. So all is well. I may, and I'm entirely, nobody's told me this, I'm making this up. It'd be nice to think I can be out by like Monday or Tuesday and get home. So we will wait and see. But that's it so far for today. If there's anything else to report, if they actually put up this Rituximab stuff, I'll film that later. Otherwise, I've reached 4 minutes, which I think is more than enough of my face. So I'll speak to you later.
Have faith in yourself. It's all good. It's just it's fine. Dr. Rory is here to fill in my consent for Rituximab, which will be treating the increased EBV viral load. I'm not like filming you to check it. I'm just getting it for B-roll. It's okay.
This is for your
one day when I put the vlog together. The doctors don't ever really see you as much as the nurses, and they certainly don't get to chat to you in the same kind of friendly way. They're much more pressed for time, and they don't put as much emphasis on making that kind of connection with you as a person like that. So when I was filming, it was all a bit of an oddity to them, and they didn't really see me doing it. Dr. Rory was a bit confused, and all the doctors generally were every bit not as keen to be filmed as the nurses.
No, I started filming.
I've never seen that one.
She said, "Yeah, we'll do one, see how it goes,
Okay.
and then if it sort of sorts itself out."
Okay. Well, yeah.
Dr. Hunter did say that we would do one dose and see what the EBV viral load did, and if it was low, we would stop after one. But I think she was just trying to soften the blow. So what you have here is Dr. Rory making noises that basically say, no, there's no chance of that happening whatsoever. You're 100% going to have every dose, but he's too polite to say it out loud.
Recording audio, recording here. I'm also recording for this camera as well for my wife, who is testing me to see how much I remember from the meeting I'm about to talk to. Basically, the reason I'm recording this is because Dr. Rory just came in. I don't think it's his name. I think Rory is his first name. But anyway, he came in and explained to me more about the EBV virus and the Rituximab treatment. So basically,
as is well established over the course of 20 odd vlogs, I have a terrible memory. This is partly because of MS, partly because I have a terrible memory. I'm about to try and explain EBV and explain how Rituximab works and all this kind of stuff. And it's painful to watch. It's just painful. It's like watching like a chimp write complex computer code. I managed to get the words out, but I don't know if you will understand them. I'm sorry. EBV is a virus that apparently most people get when they're young, and when you get it when you're young, it's like a normal virus. You get sort of 3-4 days, your body deals with it, and it goes away. Except it doesn't really go away. It stays in your body forever. If you get it when you're older, like when you're an adult, it's a much bigger deal. Like you get glandular fever, it's much more significant. But when you're young, it's fine. Anyway, the likelihood is that I probably had, because I never had glandular fever. I had that when I was young. It's in my body. All of the chemo and stuff they've given me will have impacted my immune system to the point that it has been allowed to have a resurgence, and it comes back. Now, EBV lives in B cells and is usually controlled by your body's T cells. So Rituximab is, it's said on the form, it's like a kind of chemotherapy. It's an antibody treatment. I don't know if it's technically chemo. Anyway, it attaches itself to your B cells and I think kills them, subsequently killing the EBV and thus allowing your T cells to do their job and jump back in. Side effects, principally while the infusion goes in, are fever, generally not feeling very good, all this kind of thing. So there's also a chance it can give you other infections because it's suppressing your B cells. Other infections come back up, but mostly he said that the majority of people will just experience something while it's going in and then it's done. So they were going to do it today, but they're not now because it's late. It is now a time, if I move this thing here, it's now 4:40. By the time they got it sorted out, because the infusion runs when they first do it, they have to run it quite long, but because they don't know how badly you're going to react, and you tend to react worse on the first one, they were going to do it slowly over like 4 hours. So if they did that, I'd be into the evening team where there are no doctors, it's all like F1s and like less trained doctors. So instead they're going to do it tomorrow, which is a weekend, so there are less doctors generally, but there are still doctors. So yeah, that's the plan as it stands. And I am going to finish up there. For my wife, who's watching on this particular camera, I'm going to send you this video, and I hope this is sufficient for you to realise that I understand what's happening. I do understand. That's it now. I'm going to go. Goodbye. Very quick vlog. Don't ever try to take your pills using the lumpy ends of a hot chocolate. This was a small thing, but I felt compelled to include it because it kind of speaks to how long chemotherapy stays with you. Like that really weird response you have to certain smells, certain tastes, and certain textures. I vividly remember trying the lumps in that hot chocolate and how they're trying to control the vomit. It's you don't get over the chemo. It has made quite a mess. And finished! Hurrah! Yes, we're done, which hopefully offsets the amount of my face you've had to see. It's short, but as I say, painful and fast. So that's the way we've done it this time. I was really pleased to be back in the isolation room, which speaks volumes as to my level of antisocialness and general ignorance. But it was nice being back in there. I mean, initially saying goodbye to everybody, the majority of whom I quite liked, was kind of odd. But it's nice. It's simple in your little bubble. It's easy. It's an easy life. I can get on with stuff, much more comfortable, all that kind of stuff. To be honest, this couple of days isn't really a very big deal. Aside from getting the room itself, nothing really happens. They sort of just talk about things that are going to happen. So that's pretty much it. I don't remember that time of my hospital stay especially closely, and I will finish up there in the next one. In the next one, I am due to have my Rituximab, but it doesn't happen. They give me a new cannula, which I can't remember if I'm annoyed about it or not, but they give it to me. They take out some stitches and stuff. So I will say goodbye there. If I finish in the next 10 seconds, it's under 10 minutes. This is the first time I've done that, maybe ever. Right, yes, thank you. Huge thanks for watching. All likes, subscribes, all that kind of stuff. Really appreciated. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. 10 minutes. I did make the cut. Did make the cut, obviously. Definite screensaver? Definite screensaver, so that... And you've seen me complain, yeah. They don't turn me out. No.